the black experience in Bali. I've watched countless YouTube videos about being black in Bali, and overall the experience is pretty good. The only times that I've seen someone complain about Bali is their airport experience. Now I will say this, never let your TSA, your lost baggage, or customs, or rules, or flight delays ever determine how you feel about a country when you travel to it. If you felt like you've been treated unfairly or unwrongly, it's mostly, for the most part, it's probably because of just safety reasons, man. I understand that maybe someone that doesn't look like you was treated better, but you need to understand that the airport is the airport. It's a government location, and they have their reasons, and for the most part, I would just leave it at that. I wouldn't look too far into it. You haven't hurt anybody, and they want to check you, they want to look at you, let it be. It's so be it. It is what it is, okay? You don't let that ruin your experience for such a beautiful place. Bali is hands down, in my experience, a great place for blacks to go. Whether you're black American, whether you're African, whether you're black European, I don't give a damn what kind of, if you have melanin, I think Bali is definitely a place that you have to experience. Indonesians as a whole, from what I've seen, from countless of videos, from what I've experienced, they are such helpful, beautiful people. Now, whether they do that because there's a walking dollar sign in your head because, hey, you're a tourist, you're gonna be spending money, is up for debate. I wouldn't even want to stop and debate it. Like, the way that I'm treated, whether I paid for something or not, was just top tier. I was never spoken to rudely. I was never looked at weird. Any looks that I ever got was out of curiosity and just genuine interest. A lot of us are very sensitive about how we're looked at or treated, or when people ask us certain things, or they want to touch our hair, things of that nature. You gotta understand that when you travel out, when you go to different places, they don't see much of us. We don't travel much, especially like, you know, like a black American, like a black New Yorker. We don't travel much. We don't go far. We don't do these things that white people are doing all the time. They're going out and traveling and doing these things. We just don't have that. There's not a culture of us doing that. And as the years have gone by, we are putting that more and more into our culture. We're putting that more into our experiences, and opening our brain and seeing new things and trying new cultures, trying new foods, testing things out. And anybody that you've seen online talk bad about Bali, first, I want to give them a bunk. The airport shouldn't count part of your experience. The trip to Bali, from America at least, is a great one. You get to stop in Singapore or Germany and just have like a little slice of a different culture. Like, it's cool as hell. Like, I had to do a 1 day layover in, well, not 1 day, but almost like half a day layover in Singapore. You go on like a little tour. Like, I believe it's mandatory you go on the tour or something like that. Or you're stopping in their country. They're like, hey, listen, you gotta do something. You're like on a tour or like take a class. Or I don't know. They tell you to do something just to help their economy, and it's inexpensive as well. And it was one of the best things I ever did. If you want to see my Bali vlog, here it is, right here, right above my head somewhere. Now, I don't want to sit here and just say how great Bali is and all this stuff and then not give you any, enticing reasons to go. Food. The food in Bali is amazing. They keep it very natural. They keep it very simple. It tastes like you just had it straight from whatever the hell tree they just chopped it off from. Bali doesn't have this over-saturated and over-processed food like how we do in America. And you can taste the difference. You can taste the freshness. I realized that, like, I put sugar on everything here. I put salt on everything here, and there is very much like how it is, and it tastes great. It tastes great. You don't need all this extra crap that's giving us these weight problems and diabetes and blah, 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 blah. Now, I will say this. If you don't understand how to get your body right, look good as a man, and eat the right foods, you can get my course down below. Link in description as always. You can go there. It's very affordable. The next thing is the nightlife. The nightlife is just fun as hell. Could you imagine being with Americans who are there to have fun, Australians who are there to have fun, English who are there to have fun, and Indonesians who are there to have fun? It's just a unique experience, whether it's sitting on the back of somebody's motorcycle, whether it's meeting people inside this place who are all from all over the place and getting just like a bit of culture within one night. You get a bit of the world in one night. It's just amazing. Bali for Australians is like Miami for New Yorkers, or Las Vegas for Californians. Because it's so close and because it's so cheap, Australians frequent there for their holiday. They call it holiday, we call it vacation, blah, blah. That's what makes nightlife so fun, is that you're bumping into so many different accents, so many different type of people, so many different cultures, that like you have no choice but to learn and just like have fun. Like I'm tired of saying the same word. I wish I could find another synonym for fun, but it's just so fucking fun, man. The greenery, the scenery. Bali is one of those places where they understand it's a tourist spot, a hot spot, and so they try their best to be as modern as possible while still incorporating the forest, while still incorporating nature, while still incorporating the earth. Almost any Airbnb or villa or hotel that you get is going to have this hints of the outside, hints of nature. My villa that I stayed at was just, oh man, it was just a beautiful place. It was called the Ubna Sapna Villa. Ubna Sapna was very affordable and just beautiful. Like I had like a bed inside, right? With my bed, my little shower area and all that stuff. But then I had an outside pool just for me, right? And by the outside pool, there's like a little bed. I loved it. The weather was just great. I wasn't getting bit up by a million mosquitoes all night. The weather was just so great that I stayed out at nights. I would come home, right, to my villa. I'd come back to my little bed by the pool and just sleep there. I didn't even sleep on the bed. I didn't sleep on the bed not one time while I was in Bali. So I heard the beautiful pool, like, you know, that tranquil pool water just sex in my ear. Oh God. I heard a little bit of nature. I heard a little bit of outside, you know, people on the motorcycles driving by here and there, but oh man, then waking up to the beautiful sunset. Oh, what am I doing here? Affordability, money, cost of living. Bali is one of those places where the American dollar just stretches so goddamn far, man. It just goes, man. You can take a couple $100s and be a millionaire in Bali. That's right, you can be a millionaire in Bali. I definitely felt like I feel like the chocolate Leonardo DiCaprio out there, man. It was just so nice to enjoy and live life without having to worry about cost, you know. Living in New York City, living in America can be very expensive when you're in like the major cities, you know. And to be able to take my money and go somewhere else and live a life that I'd never be able to live here in New York unless I made an exuberant amount of money is just unmatched. I go a little bit for the fun of it if you want to or whatever, but I don't see the enjoyment in hard haggling. When you go on vacation, you're not going to save money. You're going to spend it. You're going to enjoy yourself. You're going to enjoy experiences. I'm not saying you need to be an idiot with your money, but just like enjoy your money. Enjoy what you've worked for. Let Bali give it to you. Let Bali show it to you. Spend a little bit of the money. It's okay. There are premium experiences. You know, you can get $4,000 a night villas, and you can also get, you know, villas for $50 a night. You can get villas. You know, like there's these options are there, and so depending on your wallet, depending on what you can do, no matter what, you'll still have a great time. Even if you're a penny pincher, you'll still have a great time. You'll still enjoy yourself. That brings this video to a close. I hope I've convinced you to at least think about Bali. I had my old vlog up of when my aunt had a wedding, and it was just a great time. It was my first time in Bali, and it will not be my last. Until next time.